It's been called the Game of Kings, a battle of minds, a symbol of genius, and a mirror of human strategy. From dusty battlefields in ancient India to candlelit European courts and modern world championships, chess has shaped history, inspired revolutions, and crowned legends. It's more than a game. It's a reflection of power, intellect, and the eternal human urge to outthink the opponent. But where did it really come from? Who first moved the pawn, the rook, the queen? Let's travel back 1,500 years to discover how this game of kings conquered the entire world. The birth of chess, India, 6th century. Our story begins in ancient India around the 6th century AD, during the Gupta Empire, an age of poetry, learning, and invention. The game was called Chaturanga, which means 4 divisions of the army: elephants, chariots, cavalry, and infantry. Each represented a key part of ancient Indian warfare. In royal courts, generals and princes played Chaturanga not just for entertainment, but as a way to sharpen their minds for real battle. The board symbolized the battlefield, and every move tested logic, foresight, and patience. But unlike modern chess, Chaturanga was played with dice. Luck still had a hand in strategy. Yet even then, one truth was clear. This was not a game of strength, but of intellect. The Persian transformation, Shatranj. When the Persian Empire expanded into India, they adopted Chaturanga and renamed it Shatranj. The Persians refined the rules, removed the dice, and made it purely strategic. The word checkmate actually comes from Persian, shah-mat, meaning the king is helpless. Shatranj spread across Persia's glittering palaces. Scholars, nobles, and even kings played it deep into the night. The pieces gained new names. The elephant became the bishop, the chariot became the rook, and a new spirit of intellectual elegance defined the game. When the Islamic caliphates rose, they carried Shatranj westward through trade, diplomacy, and conquest. The game crosses into the Arab world. In Baghdad, the cultural capital of the medieval world, chess became an art form. The Abbasid caliphs loved it. Poets wrote verses about it. Philosophers studied its strategies. One of the earliest recorded chess masters, Al-Adli, even wrote a book analyzing openings and tactics, centuries before modern theory. In these courts, chess symbolized wisdom, patience, and divine order. Every move was seen as a metaphor for fate and free will. From there, chess spread along the Silk Road, carried by merchants, scholars, and soldiers, until it reached Europe, forever changing its form again. Medieval Europe, the game of kings. By the 10th century, chess had taken root in Spain and Italy through Moorish influence. But in medieval Europe, the game transformed into something even grander. Kings and queens saw in it a reflection of feudal society. The pieces became symbols of their world, the king representing authority, the bishop the church, the knight the nobility, and the pawns the common folk. Chess became a noble pastime. Monks played it in monasteries. Knights learned it as part of their training, not for war, but for strategy and honor. By the 15th century, Europe had rewritten the rules, and that's when modern chess was born. The rise of the queen. Originally, the queen was one of the weakest pieces on the board. But during the Renaissance, a time when powerful queens like Isabella of Castile ruled Europe, she gained new power. The rules changed. The queen could now move in any direction, any number of squares. Suddenly, chess became faster, sharper, and deadlier. This change didn't just modernize the game, it mirrored society, the rise of intellect, ambition, and the growing power of women in European courts. Chess was no longer a slow war of attrition. It became an explosive duel of creativity and logic. Enlightenment and the Age of Masters. By the 18th century, chess had become a symbol of intelligence and education. Cafes across Paris and London buzzed with games between philosophers, generals, and artists. Famous players like François-André Philidor revolutionized strategy. He said, "Pawns are the soul of chess. turning what was once a simple board game into a science of deep positional play. As printing advanced, chess books spread knowledge across Europe. Clubs formed, matches were recorded, and the first true competitive chess culture began to emerge. The intellectual age had found its perfect sport. The World Championship era. In 1886, the first official World Chess Championship took place between Wilhelm Steinitz and Johannes Zukertort. Steinitz's victory marked the beginning of a new era, where theory, not instinct, ruled the board. Then came the 20th century, and the legends, Capablanca, Alekhine, Botvinnik, Fischer, Kasparov, Carlsen. Each one pushed the limits of human calculation further than before. Fischer, with his Cold War brilliance, turned chess into a symbol of East versus West. West. Kasparov made it an art form. Carlsen turned it into digital domination. What began as a simple Indian board game had become a global sport of intellect and endurance. The age of AI and online chess. In 1997, the unthinkable happened. IBM's Deep Blue defeated Garry Kasparov, the world champion. It was the dawn of a new chapter. Machines could now think. But instead of killing chess, AI revived it. Today, millions play online, guided by engines that analyze millions of positions per second. Chess apps, YouTube channels, and virtual tournaments have made the game more alive than ever. In 2020 alone, during the pandemic, chess viewership exploded. From Netflix's The Queen's Gambit to online blitz tournaments, chess became cool again. The eternal game. From the dusty courts of India to glowing computer screens worldwide, chess has survived every era. Religion, war, empires, revolutions, and even AI. Why? Because it's more than a game. It's a conversation between minds, a battle of ideas that transcends language, time, and culture. It's not about who wins or loses. It's about understanding the infinite beauty of thought itself. And that's why, after 1,500 years, kings still fall, pawns still rise, and humanity keeps playing on. Checkmate.